I was watching her the other night when you spoke of your wedding. She looked like Juliet.
As we know, Downton Abbey: A New Era doesn't wrap up the story. It actually leaves things wide open for another sequel, even without Maggie Smith's Lady Violet. Cora mentioned that the family has moved past their tough times and seems to be in a good place now. With the huge success of A New Era, there's been a lot of buzz about Downton Abbey 3, and now it's officially happening. The 2022 film brought back series creator Julian Fellowes along with almost the entire main cast, continuing the journey of the Crawley family and their staff after 6 successful seasons of the show. The door for more stories was always ajar, and now we're finally getting a third film to wrap up this beloved saga. So let's jump into what we know about the upcoming movie. First off, we all know that Downton Abbey 3 is likely going to focus more on the Crawley kids. In Downton Abbey: A New Era, we see the Crawleys and their staff stepping into the modern world, especially with the film crew shooting a movie in their ancestral home. However, by the end of A New Era, we say goodbye to the beloved matriarch Lady Violet, played by the one and only Maggie Smith, signaling a shift as the story moves into the 1930s. The original Downton Abbey series really dove into the complicated love lives of the 3 daughters of Robert Crawley, the Earl of Grantham, and his wife Cora. We had Lady Mary, Lady Edith, and Lady Sybil. Sybil, who tragically passed away young, was the first to have a child, a daughter named Sibby, with her husband Tom Granson. Then Mary had George, the heir to Grantham, with her husband Matthew, who also met a sad fate. Edith had her ups and downs too, becoming pregnant by her lover Michael Gregson, who also died. Later on, Mary had a daughter named Caroline with her second husband Henry Talbot, and Edith had a son, Peter, with her husband Bertie Pelham, the Marquess of Hexham. In A New Era, the family even welcomed another baby from Tom and his new wife Lucy. Downton Abbey: A New Era truly captures the essence of change, marking a significant turning point in the lives of the Crawleys and their devoted staff. The passing of Lady Violet signifies not just the end of an era, but a shifting of values as the family moves forward into the modern age. With Lady Violet's departure, Mary takes on the mantle of matriarch, firmly establishing herself as the leader of the family. Although she will serve in this role until her son George, played by Oliver and Zach Barker, comes of age and inherits the title of Earl of Grantham, it's clear that the next generation is beginning to take center stage. As we look toward Downton Abbey 3, the story will likely jump forward in time, presenting George, Sibby, Fifi Hart, and Marigold, Eva, and Karina Sams as teenagers, navigating their own identities within a rapidly changing world. This new dynamic opens up a wealth of storytelling possibilities. The 3 cousins, still basking in the warmth of childhood innocence in a new era, will face the realities of adolescence, which promises to challenge their relationships and self-discovery. What's intriguing is how these characters will embody the values of a more modern world while still being tied to their rich family legacy. George may inherit his mother's sharp wit and humor, but he could also carry the level-headedness his father, Matthew, was known for. It would be fascinating to see how his personality develops. Will he become a natural leader like Mary, or will he forge his own path, embracing different ideals? Then there's Sibby, who stands to be a breath of fresh air. Her independence and open-mindedness could make her a compelling figure as she grapples with her own beliefs and ambitions. Given her father's commitment to social justice, it would be exciting to explore how these themes play out in her life, especially in the context of societal changes taking place in the 1930s. Marigold presents another layer of intrigue. As the adopted daughter of the Marquess of Hexham, she may wrestle with questions about her birth father and her identity. Will she feel the pull of her biological roots, or is she content with the family she has? This emotional conflict could lead to poignant storylines that resonate with audiences. Adding another dimension to the plot, Sibby's inheritance of a villa in the south of France provides the perfect backdrop for family gatherings. The idea of the Crawleys coming together for summer vacations in a beautiful sunny locale not only allows for character development, but also introduces opportunities for new dynamics among family members. Such gatherings could serve as an annual tradition that brings both joy and conflict, perfect for fueling the narrative. As beloved as the Crawleys and their servants are, the passage of time has aged all characters significantly, presenting fresh perspectives and new storylines. The next generation, George, Sibby, and Marigold, will undoubtedly bring a youthful vitality to Downton Abbey 3, paving the way for exciting new plots and character arcs. Their journey, including the inevitable mistakes and lessons learned, is a treasure trove of storytelling potential that can breathe new life into the franchise. This new era isn't just a continuation, it's a transformative chapter where the Crawley grandchildren step into their own, carrying the legacy of Downton Abbey into a bright modern future. Downton Abbey 3 is officially set to hit theaters in the UK and US on September 12, 2025, and fans couldn't be more excited. The wait between the first two films was 3 years, partly due to delays caused by the COVID pandemic, and it looks like we're in for another similar gap. After the release of Downton Abbey: A New Era in 2022, fans were left wondering about the future of the franchise until the new film was confirmed. Back in March 2024, Imelda Staunton, who plays Lady Bagshaw, shared the exciting news during an interview with a BBC Radio 2 breakfast show. "There will be the final film, there you go," she stated, making it clear that the third installment was on the way. However, in 2022, Hugh Bonneville, who portrays Robert Crawley, wasn't quite so sure about the film's future. He expressed mixed feelings, suggesting that while there might have been a spark for a third movie, perhaps it was best to leave the series on a high note. Creator Julian Fellowes has always been open to the idea of continuing the saga, even stating in May 2022 that if there was demand and interest from the cast, they would find a way to make more films happen. His sentiments reflected the love for the franchise and the cast's strong bond, which has only grown over the years. As for the cast of Downton Abbey 3, many familiar faces are set to return, including Hugh Bonneville, Elizabeth McGovern, Michelle Dockery, Phyllis Logan, Robert James Collier, and Joan Froggatt, among others. In a video announcement released in May 2024, Dockery expressed her excitement, saying, "It feels amazing, a tad emotional. We're happy to announce that we're in production for the third Downton Abbey movie. We can't wait to see you." While many beloved characters will be back, some changes are also on the horizon. New cast members joining the ensemble include Jolie Richardson, Alessandro Nivola, Simon Russell Beale, and Artie Fruscian. Interestingly, Imelda Staunton's return hasn't been confirmed yet, despite her earlier comments about the threequel. Of course, fans have come to terms with the fact that Maggie Smith, who played the iconic Dowager Countess, won't be returning, as her character passed away in a new era. While a flashback could potentially offer a glimpse of Lady Violet, it seems unlikely she'll have a role in the new film. As for other potential returns, Penelope Wilton has not been confirmed to reprise her role as Isabel Grey, although she expressed interest in coming back. There's also the question mark surrounding Matthew Good's Henry Talbot, who wasn't in the sequel due to scheduling conflicts. This could lead to some interesting developments in Mary and Henry's relationship if they can align their schedules for the third film. Robert James Collier's Thomas Barrow is another intriguing aspect to consider. At the end of A New Era, Barrow accepted an offer to join Guy Dexter in America, and with Dominic West reprising his role for the third movie, it raises the possibility of Barrow's return. The anticipation surrounding Downton Abbey 3 is palpable. With a mix of returning favorites and new faces, fans can expect a blend of nostalgia and fresh storylines, keeping the beloved series alive as it transitions into this next chapter. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.